In philosophy, there are two different types of truth. Empirical truth, which comes from personal experience. An example of this would be that I know that my house is red. The second one is necessary truth, which comes from logic and reasoning. An example of this is 2 + 2 = 4.
Why are kitties orange? Why do I have to go swimming before my sisters? Why do people put their gnomes in the garden? Why are my feet cold in fall? Why do people know how to roll the thumb and some people don't? These are my questions.
An example that a rationalist would use is a magic show. Nobody who really goes to a magic show thinks that the person is being sawed in half or that things are disappearing and reappearing from nowhere. They are merely impressed that they seem to be doing so. They know in their minds that something else is going on, even though their senses can't seem to tell them what it is. Now, philosophers that are empiricists are Aristotle, Aquinas, Locke, and Hume. Today we'll be talking about Aristotle, Locke, and Hume. Aristotle challenged Plato's theory. He believed in inductive reasoning and believed that immaterial essence is bound in the matter of things. He also believed that the abstract world based on how objects are perceived by senses. Locke believed that humans start with blank slate and that we acquire knowledge through experience with 5 senses. When burning hand on a hot stove, you have sensation of heat, which led to the realization that the stove was hot and the idea not to touch it again. He believed that ideas are simple or complex. Red, sweet, and gushy equals tomato. All ideas are made up of simple ideas. He also believed that all matter is made up of primary qualities from object itself and secondary qualities from the perceiver. The last philosopher that we will be talking about is Hume. Hume believed in ideas similar to Locke's, which was the idea of sensation, reflection, and idea, but believed sensations were stronger than the resulting ideas. Touching the hot stove is stronger than telling the story about the hot stove later. He argued against notion of causality because it is not sensation perceived by senses. He also believed in inductive fallacy. Just because something has always happened does not guarantee that it will happen the next time. The last thing that we will be talking about today that has to do with what is truth and how we know it is skepticism. Skepticism is the philosophical tool that leads philosophers to question assumptions. Extreme skepticism denies that any knowledge is possible. Skeptics doubt all assumptions until they are proven. They also usually used a tool, not a philosophical position. Skepticism originated with ancient Greeks. Every opposition that seemed to be supported with evidence has an opposite proposition that seemed to be supported by equally good evidence. So examples of this are this same person can experience the sky is blue during the day, but not blue at night. How do we know that the sky is blue? Looking at the same sky, people can use multiple colors to describe it.